This is my iPhone. It's an iPhone 6. I got this in 2014, so I was still at university at the time, and I've used it every day since for 6 years. This has been an almost perfect phone. I think phones kind of peaked around that time, at least for me. They could finally do everything that I wanted them to do. However, 6 years is a very long time, and this is an old phone, so it's time to upgrade. This is the iPhone 12 mini. I have mixed emotions today because on one hand, I'm really excited about the new phone. I can't wait to open this. But I'm also kind of sad to get rid of the 6 because I've been using it for so long. I'm trading this in. I get a whole £50 for this phone, which is not bad actually because I'd have struggled to sell it at this point. Hardware-wise, the 6 is basically in perfect condition. Also, I'm not one to brag, but I've never had a screen protector on it, and I don't think I have any scratches on the screen. I'm kind of proud of that. Naturally, the battery has degraded. This has had one replacement battery over the 6 years, about halfway. It could have done with another replacement at the beginning of this year, to be honest, but I've spent so much time at home this year because of the pandemic, it really hasn't been a problem. Sadly, the software, the apps don't run very well at all anymore, and I think this is a shame because I'm not really trying to do anything different on my phone to what I was doing 5 or 6 years ago, but the newer versions of iOS, this is actually stuck on iOS 12, it's the latest one that it supports. But that and the latest versions of software and apps kind of rely on and largely depend on faster hardware, better processors, more memory, etc. So the performance I get from this is pretty dreadful these days. And with that, I think it's time to open the 12. I went with the mini. The bigger phones just look huge to me. And the mini compared to the 6 is a bigger screen but a smaller phone, so it seems like a win-win. Oh, interesting, it's in upside down. I was expecting to see the front. This is the black model, kind of boring, but I just think it looks really nice. And it's 256 gigabytes. So obviously not much in the box. The USB-C to Lightning cable, little Apple sticker, the SIM removal tool, and a tiny little bit of documentation there. Nothing interesting really. This has been out of the box for about 7 seconds, and it's already full of fingerprints. Wow. Absolute fingerprint magnet on the back. So there it is compared to the 6. Like I said, it's smaller, and this seems like a really nice size for a phone. I have no regrets so far. Like I said, 256 gigabytes. I don't think I'll actually need that much space. I just wanted to future-proof it in case I end up keeping this one for 5 or 6 years as well. Also, this one is 128 gigabytes, and it felt weird to not be upgrading the capacity after this length of time. So I went for 256. In terms of cases, I don't have one yet. I wanted to see and use the phone a little bit first before deciding on a case. I'll probably just go for an Apple silicon case. Open to recommendations though. Although they're really nice without a case, I probably do want some kind of protection on it. I've been through a few cases on my 6. I think I went through 2 Apple silicon cases. They don't last that long. At some point they stopped selling them for the 6, so more recently I've been using this cheap plastic case from Amazon. It's got a horrible colour. It used to be bright yellow and it's gone like brown and green, and more recently, just a couple of weeks ago, this bit broke off. Right, how do I turn this thing on? There are obviously a lot of new features compared to my old iPhone 6. The first and most obvious change for me is the lack of the home button. I've never had a phone that doesn't have a home button. And mine is the physical one. I know since then they replaced it one that doesn't actually press and it just feels like it's being pressed. And now it's gone completely, so I missed that phase. 3D touch, I think, is another thing that's been and gone since my iPhone. One feature which seems really cool is that the new phones are waterproof. Mine is not, and that seems like madness to me. A phone that is electronic and has ports that you can put in water, I think it'll take a while for me to kind of mentally adjust to being able to do that. The cameras have obviously had a huge upgrade. The 12 mini has 2 cameras, the wide and the ultra wide, I believe. Kind of a shame that you need the Pro model and therefore the bigger phone to get the telephoto lens. I kind of like that one. But compared to my 6, look at the size of this. It makes it look really, really tiny and pathetic. So I'm pretty excited about having really good cameras in my phone. I think that'll be amazing. The screen should be nice as well. I've got the notch, I've never had that before. I think that'll take some getting used to. Also the rounded edges are kind of weird. I'm used to having a rectangular screen. It's a bit unstable when it's flat without a case. My iPhone 6 is as well, but the bigger cameras just make this worse. I hope one day we get phones that are flush again on the back. And I guess the other big feature is Face ID. My iPhone 6 has Touch ID. Not so sure about this one because I've never really understood why it's better from a user experience point of view, because if I want to use my phone and unlock my phone, I need to pick it up. So my thumb's there anyway, so like I've always thought might as well read it. But also like my face is also here, so I don't mind if it scans that instead. Except now we're wearing masks all of the time outside, and if you're not, you should be. Face ID seems like it might be a little bit annoying, so I'll have to see how that goes. So yeah, there it is, the iPhone 12 mini. A much needed upgrade from my iPhone 6. I'd be sad to say goodbye to this one, but I'll get it sent back to Apple for that £50 trade-in bonus. And in the meantime, I'll enjoy using a new phone with a new version of iOS, and I'll try not to smash it while I'm waiting to get a case. Thanks for watching.